Mostly just like freelancing and doing like side projects and hobbies and stuff. I'm getting a lot of feedback from somebody. Can't tell who it is. There's a lot of background noise. Might be
Oh,
Maggie. Is it? Oh yeah, it might.
yeah, let me mute myself. Sorry.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah. Um, so so I've just been the Data North thing is mostly just turned into freelancing because after I did some more market research on it and tried to start marketing it and talking to potential customers and stuff, I realized that I didn't have a specific enough product. I didn't really have a vertical that was willing to pay for it right now. So, and there's a lot of competition in the market. So I just ended up kind of using that as a tool for some freelancing and making a little money on the side. And so I've just been like doing some side projects and hobbies and stuff. So one of the things I always want to do is start brewing my own beer. And riding motorcycles, both of which I'm doing now. So I bought a motorcycle, and so I don't have a car, but I have one of those. So I've been riding that around, and I've been hey Meg, what's up? And then I started brewing my own beer just because like it's been one of those things that I always wanted to try. I've just never set aside the time. So I started doing it. It's a lot of fun, but I found out that there's like not really much good information available online. Like there's starter kits and stuff, but I found it to be really confusing, a little bit of a ramp up curve. And so that's when I came up with this idea for small batch brewing, basically to try to make it basically the the elevator pitches. It's like Blue Apron, but for home brewing. So I guess let me just do a screen share. I'll show you. I kind of cleaned up the website, sort of finished the initial page today, and I'll show you guys. And I set up all the social media accounts and stuff like that. Where is it?
Look at you still using your workbook.
It's a good looking spreadsheet, man. Who made that?
I just brought that up because I was like, oh shit. I was like, if there was only something I could do to see if I'm making sure I'm doing all the
See all
checklist
documents
marketing
provided by Josh.
yeah, exactly. I was looking at what I did for Data North. So yeah, so this is just a simple page I made with Wix, and I connected it to the domain. So
Wix the best.
yeah, it was very easy to get started with a template and stuff. Moving the elements around was a little squirrely, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't have anything yet, so I just have it kind of like a request invite call to action. So I basically took a look at Blue Apron's website and kind of tried to copy what they're doing. They're at least they're pretty successful. So basically what they do is they have call to actions sort of on every page. So I talk about how it works. You get your choose your beer preferences. We send you the best ingredients. You brew the beer. And then I talk about what's included, and then I have a price, starting at $9.99 a month, basically there. And the plan. So now, like my goal is just to kind of push heavy on like marketing and advertising, just like right off the bat before doing anything else. So I'm targeting. I got some stuff. I have social media accounts for. I did Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and so I just started that. So I'm basically targeting people that have interest in craft brewing, home brewing, beer. I targeted just like Texas men, like 18 to Martin's. That was Danielle's idea. I was doing both men and women, but said I don't know.
Dude, people sleep on women when it comes to shit like this.
Yeah, no, I know, but I was just trying to do like a specific, a very targeted post at first, and then broaden that up. I have no idea, right? So this is sort of like a research phase. Facebook.
I understand. I would A/B test it with some women. I don't know if the market is as big, but as a whiskey drinker, which is considered, some kind of man's drink. Anybody even focus on marketing for women, it's stupid as shit. And I just wonder, like, if they put a little bit of effort into the marketing for women, how much more money?
You might be right, because like
it doesn't have to be like girly. Don't make it pink. Don't make it stupid.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, that's home brewing and all that stuff is very much like a men's demographic out there in terms of marketing, in terms of anything that's out there. So I think you don't have to sort of create its own thing for women, but just not leaving women out of that and sort of being like, hey, kind of thing, I think might differentiate. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, because the whole like value prop to this, the whole reason I got the idea is because there's a lot of there's a barrier to doing this, right? Because you need all this equipment, like, you know, it's a little overwhelming at first because you have these like big buckets and the machines, and like people don't, especially people in apartments, don't want to have all this stuff, and it's just, you know, it could be like unsightly, right? And that's why I went small batch, because basically what you can do is you can do smaller, like 1 gallon jugs, just get like 10 beers, and you can do pick your flavor profile, and it sends you everything, and it's a small compact thing, and it actually look nice and make it, you know, very easy to do, like super simple, nothing complicated. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Just, you know, try to get people into it that are not like people that have already been homebrewing or like already are doing it, right? They probably know exactly what they want, but this is meant to be like get new people into the market. So that's the idea. And yeah, that's all I got so far. It's very new. I just started working on this a few days ago, and
good job in a few days.
Yeah, thanks. You know, it's one of these things. I want to go. I want to. I don't know. I want to push heavy. Like, I know, like, no one likes marketing and advertising and stuff, but with this one, I was like, I'm just going to try to just do that at first to see if there's actually. I think there's a market for it, but I'm not sure right now.
I think that. So. I mean, I don't know. I have nothing. That I go on brewery trips all the time, and the thing that I see there's a lot of the breweries, not a lot of them, but I've seen it enough times that they have like these like mini kits, and there's those kits out there. So that was kind of like, to Josh's question about how you're sourcing your products. Is it that you're going to sort of take some of these existing kits and kind of resell those, and then with like then your own specific recipes? Like, how are you looking to do it, like to start out with?
Yeah, probably. Like, I don't plan on like reinventing the wheel of how to brew. You know, there's a ton of sites out there. There's it's once you actually learn it, it's not hard to do at all, actually. And but what I felt was that I felt like there wasn't much good information about how to do it quickly and easily. Like, I had to, when I was doing my first batch, like I was just Googling all over the place, watching random YouTube videos, going on forums. Like, so the idea behind this was to have like one place where you can just, it's a community.
It's one-stop shop.
Yeah, video tutorials, like really informative blog posts. And right now, it seems like all the stuff out there is geared towards enthusiasts that already know how to do everything. You know, it doesn't seem like there was much introductory, like, here's how you get started. This is everything you need. It's really easy. So that was kind of the plan. And kind of like, I had the idea of doing, you know, you set kind of like Blue Apron again style, where in Blue Apron, if you guys used it, you basically say like, okay, I don't like fish. I don't like lamb or something for some reason. I don't know why you wouldn't like. I don't like Saison. Unless you're, yeah. and then they, you know, they have a recommendation. They say, you know, we can send you this, or that. So that was kind of the thinking on that. And then this way you don't have to spend as much time researching all the different ingredients and what you want to do.
Okay.
So
it's the ingredient. Well, it's one stop in terms of information. Is it one stop for the kits, and you'll kind of use whatever kit is out there in marketplace, and then specific kind of like whatever the ingredients you need for what you want to make?
Yeah. So like it's one of those things. Like it's probably, you know, it's the same thing with if you're a chef. If you get really into cooking, you can get crazy with all the expensive and like top end cooking knives, cooking ovens, everything. So you can do the same thing with brewing. Like you can get crazy fancy and do electronic and whatever.
Yeah.
But the idea behind this is like, I just want to do small batch. It's basically, it would be like one kit. And it would only do, probably specific types that you could brew in like a 1 gallon sort of jug carboy thing.
Okay.
So,
but I guess my question is like, are you using existing kits? Because there's a few small batch kits out there. I know because my cousin and I looked at one and we're like, we should do one. This is basically cooking.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if I would. I'll have to look into the what makes more sense. Does it make more sense to use an existing one because there are existing ones out there, or is it cheaper for me to buy the components individually and then package it up or something? Because all those kits are is and I started with the kit. All it is they give you the brewing bucket, they give you the carboy, they give you, maybe they come with a pot or something. And then sometimes it comes with the grains and ingredients.
Okay.
So
I think you have a good start. I like the site. I want it to be slicker.
Yeah, I know. I do too, but I was like, I was trying not to, I just wanted to get the basics up and running first. But yeah, it could be a little bit fancier for sure.
You could do basics with that. Come on. It's Wix. I know. I use the template. But in terms of information and what's there, that's cool. I think, I'll go through and take a more thorough read. But yeah, I think that's the key question. If you're using kits that are out there or if you're creating your own, like what makes sense to start? Because then if it's just like, hey, I mean, the information aspect, I think that gives you a win there. Somebody's looking to do that. And then it's just a matter of beyond that, once you have the information, here's what you need to do. Is it easier to start with just being like, okay, you can get these kits and then you can kind of like curate, like, oh, get this. This is the IPA package. This is the IPA package. Add some ginger to it. This is whatever. If that's the simplest way, I think probably just thinking through those options would be interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting to kind of go through the exercise of putting together a business plan of just like, where would you source the products? Yeah, would you have a starter kit, use existing kits, provide your own? Like, how are you going to ensure repeated customers? So like, one thing I threw out there was like, they pre-buy a starter kit, but then like the Blue Apron is like, you can buy continual things that apply to the starter kit. So different types of beer, whatever, with different stuff, hops and barley and whatever for different types of beer, but they have the same starter kit. Like Blue Apron relies on the fact that everyone has a kitchen, so you can't rely on everyone having starter stuff. You say, okay, we buy the starter kit or maybe, I don't know, whatever. And then you get 2 or 3 free brews with the starter kit. And then after that, you keep buying things for the starter kit or for the kit that helps you brew, a gallon of beer. And it's different types of beer every time. It could be, and you could have monthly subscriptions or whatever. And then that may be easier to figure out the kind of scaling of it.
I think that's a probably easier way to scale it is just like whatever your base pricing is for the kit. And then, hey, you're going to want to make different shit. Keep coming over here. And then like the next level, once you pass like, beginner, but you still kind of, then you build the community around that and then you can get into the fancy shit.
Yeah. And plenty of people may want to get into the fancier stuff, but they live in an apartment and can't do more than a gallon at a time anyway. So they may just keep doing this also because that's the closest to home brewing they can do with the limited amount of space they have. It's still a fun hobby to do. So yeah, I think going through the idea of a business plan. Another thing I would look at, it's way too early to really spend too much time, but if you are shipping any sort of product that can go bad in shipping, anything people are ingesting, there's going to be some sort of insurance and regulation around it. So obviously you can do it. I mean, Blue Apron does it, but I would just look into what that is or find an attorney that can. Not me, because I don't know, but reaching out to someone at that time and say, okay, what type of regulations and insurance will I need because I'm sending people things in the mail that they will then consume that could go bad, and make them sick. So I'd look into that, but obviously it's not insurmountable. It's just something you need to account for.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Could be all your attorneys, but it takes a lot of research, and therefore you have to pay me lots of money.
Yeah. One of the things I thought about doing too is I have a friend that works for Blue Apron actually, and I wanted to actually talk to her and kind of figure out, a little like what are the gotchas, in this type of business, because it is a similar type of business that I'm looking at here. So I'm sure there's a lot of challenges. So I wanted to see, and I'm sure that's probably one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know what you find out. I met someone who works there too.
For some of your marketing, you might look at, I don't know the specifics about home brewing, what kind of benefits there are, if it's ever cost effective to make your own beer versus buying it. But you might look at the Soda Stream, just because they had, I think somebody posted it in Remote Year Magellan Facebook. It was the commercial with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And it was about, yeah.
Yeah.
And like saving the environment by doing your own soda. So if there's any kind of benefits to brewing your own beer in that regard, economically, or whatever, yeah.
That's a good angle actually, because if typically with home brewing, you're reusing the same bottles all the time. So you have, in homebrew, it's a gallon at a time, so it's 10 bottles of beer. You would use it, and then you wash out the bottles, use them again. So in that sense, it's like Soda Stream in that sense, is that you're not throwing away bottles.
Yeah. Boom. There you go. You can get the mountain in your commercial.
I wish.
Yeah. Hey guys, I have to run. I'm being yelled at by my entire family. I love you all. I'm going to find out what's going on with you both, Ethan and Immaculate. But peace out. But y'all keep going. Crush it.
All right. See you, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Hey, good job, dude. I like it. I think it's cool. I'll take a more thorough look at this and get back to you on it.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for all the ideas. I think there's a lot of things to do and
always
a lot to explore. So
it's what we're here for. Let's give you more work. It'll be fun.
Fun. As long as you like what you're doing.
Yes, thank you. What are you working on today then?
What should I work on today? I don't know. What do you guys think? What should be the next thing? Maybe I'll look at maybe I'll actually start working on like sort of a high level business plan, like you guys were just talking about. Whether I'm doing my own kit, the cost of that versus buying my own stuff. I do like the idea of what you just mentioned, Ethan, is like maybe it'll be my own kit that works with the specific ingredients that I have, kind of like so how does Soda Stream make money? And they sell canisters or something, or
I think it's the little cartridges.
Yeah, so maybe
they
it could be
have
something
flavoring
like that.
kits too, but they probably make the money on the little cartridges that go in the machine, kind of like,
or like the Gillette like razor model where you give away the razor for free basically, and then you charge $30 for each razor or something.
or the coffee. The
Keurig.
Yeah, the Keurig, same. It's like sort of a similar thing. So maybe it's something like that. So yeah, maybe I'll brainstorm some of that stuff.
Is that the Soda Stream cartridge, Immaculate? Damn.
Oh, someone's all over this.
Yeah, you're paying money for that. I really want one, but I've got some issues with that company. Damn, when you're fucking political and social justice things get into the shit you want to buy. All right, so us and Maggie mute. Whoever's in your building is trying to kill somebody. Damn, girl. Immaculate, want to go?
Yeah. God, I'm kind of all over the place, y'all. I have been kind of doing in-person promotion stuff. Like we had a barbecue here on Sunday for friends of ours that got married the day before. And my family, who at this point have all now bought a shirt, all wore their shirts. So there was a bunch of people just walking around with shirts and they didn't touch my hair. So that was kind of cool. And I'm kind of trying to get into, like, I really want to get the dreadlock.
Jason, you're still sharing your screen.
Yeah, he's still sharing. Sorry, I was looking at my other screen, so I wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. Go ahead, Nelson.
That's all right. I'm now looking at. I'm still waiting for the dreadlock graphic that a lot of us really, really, really want. And there are a few people that have approached me that want specific languages, mostly Kenyans who want a phrase in their tribal dialect. So looking at possibly, it's all kind of in the background, but today I think I'm going to work on this article that Martine had sent to me. It's kind of what would you call it? Like a competition, or like Black women entrepreneurs trying to get the word out there and all that ish. Can you charge an additional fee to customize? I probably don't need to, Maggie, because the text will change. The face will still be the Dana, the Cassie, the Claire. The country will still be Kenya. It's just that the phrase will just be in like, I'm Kisi, and I know a bunch of Lua folks that want it in their language. I know a bunch of Luya folks that want it in their language. So I don't really need to charge an additional fee. And since part of our company's thing is you want to meet people where they are, you want them to understand this phrase in their language, even if they speak other language. So I don't think it would be appropriate to charge an additional fee. So that's kind of what I'm working on today.
Ew.
Yeah.
That reminded me that I hadn't put in my order yet. I'm doing that right now.
No, let me tell you, I had a dream like 3 days ago that I found a bunch of money in my Venmo, and I'm like, where is this coming from? And I'm tracking for whatever reason. It wasn't just as like straightforward as like, oh, this is from. And then at the end of it, I see your name, and I'm like, what are you paying me for? It's like, oh, I don't know. I thought you could use some minions, and I was like, but you sent me money. And then I woke up, and I just thought it was the weirdest thing ever. So.
I'm sure I would. Ethan, I want to hear greatness. Okay,
Greatness.
Yes, because this is taking forever. I don't have time. I want to tell everybody and their mama, and let's go.
I played your game this last weekend by my damn self. Yes, I beat myself, but
you beat yourself?
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. Like I think I just kind of like half read the rules and then half played, and then I would just go back when I got stuck, and then I was like, oh, I think I just won. Oh wait, I think I just lost. Anyway, I thought it was kind of cool. Anyway, continue.
I just want to fuck with you. I just want to fuck with you, Ethan. This is my entertainment of the night. Carry on. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm getting tons of requests everywhere. It's great, but it's just crazy with me right now. Last week, the middle of the week, I picked up another freelance gig that's more work. So it's 3 jobs, and I'm working on balancing between entrepreneur, freelance, all these new things. It's kind of fun, but also pretty crazy.
I'm hustling.
Yeah, so it was a lead from I got together with some old bosses, coworkers, whatever, and made a database group that had database questions. And then he was like, hey, what are you doing? So
having fun.
That's working out well for me. On the target for me now is in 2 weeks. There's the really awesome board game convention in Indianapolis that I'll be going to. I plan to have T-shirts for that, bringing my game around, showing it off, playing it with people for like 4 days in a row. It's going to be crazy. The rules, I think a couple of you have seen versions of it. Fairly far, almost done, which is probably my tag phrase by now when I talk about rules. Almost done. Yeah. And so doing the rules, and they're illustrated now. They look pretty cool. If I can pull it up just
Oh,
so you guys
good
can
idea,
see.
Max.
Yeah.
Next time I have people over, well, I'm planning
Yeah.
on doing a little gathering so that people can come and see Rosie. So I'll make them play the game. It'll be great.
I'm gonna pull up real quick what I got going on with. Hopefully.
Great.
Yeah. This convention, I could have a booth and all that set up. On my side, though, I actually got into it kind of late. I'm actually lucky I'm going at all. I'll be volunteering with a film crew to help them out, and then they got me a ticket. Like the ticket sold out a long time ago. The event's never sold out, so it was kind of weird and unexpected. Yeah.
Just carry your cards with you, just in case.
Oh no, I'll have them with. I'm very minimal effort with the volunteer work. Most of the time, I'll be on my own doing what I want,
Oh, okay.
talking to strangers and playing games. So
Oh, do it.
I just won't have my own booth that says, evil and come play games with me. Be hustling, which is fine. Screen share. Right there in the middle. There. I don't know who's seen this yet. Kind of a work in progress. Can you guys all see it? Yeah. But no, they're illustrated now and images to show you what to do and steps. And,
Ooh. Can you send that to us?
no, that's what you'll be getting is this rule set. I've got all the
I like
setup.
pictures.
Got all the setup done.
I really
what's
like this.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, because it's way
Nice.
better than like normal rules where you just kind of like, okay, let me read this, let me visualize it, let me figure it out. Like this just kind of.
Yeah, and Jason got the rules not too long ago, and it was just all text, and it's hard to do. It's hard to understand that way. You need some visual.
I mean,
reference.
it's what we're used to, but then text definitely takes a good like 15, 20 minutes for you deciphering it versus this. You're like, all right, we can get started as we read along almost.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, and also, it's easier to like reference. I feel like you can go back to it and just find the place.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
can we get those like now?
They're not done yet. You don't have the how to play.
Oh, just put
but
some words. Put some words there. It'll be fine.
I changed the story a bit, which is kind of cool. I think I've changed it into a sort of a social movement to bring evil back into the world after everyone's been released all these stories of good and evil. So that's fun. Cards are outlined. How to play is coming up next, and then winning the game, and then maybe a few nuanced rules at the end. But yeah, it'll all be web hosted. You'll just go to a website, you'll have the rules.
Like that.
Oh.
Cool. So what are you working on today? Putting the
What
how
am I
to play
working on
in.
today?
Putting the how to play in. How to play.
Since I just started this new job, I'm actually going to be working on that.
All right. Fair
Yeah.
play.
I got a good lead for me. I just need to show them I'm good for their money, and it'll go well.
Yep. I support keeping the lights on.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. All right. Well, since we had a super long intro, more than normal, I think we should start with 20. Although Jason, you were late. We should do like 30. 10 on each side of the nice push-up. I send the video for reference, and then we'll do every 30 minutes, and then we'll recap on Slack. Anything else from anybody? No?
Nope.
Maybe. Mags, I'll send you a little note because I want to try to figure out some stuff so we can talk. Because, yeah, I'm tired of marketing. All right, kids.
All right. See you on Slack.
Deuces.
Bye.